Hi there, this is your friend Mr. X. Of course, that's my pseudonym. Today, I want to share some observations about Indian politics that I have gathered over the years. I understand that everyone has different perspectives on politicians and political matters, so I apologize in advance if my thoughts offend anyone. These are simply my personal views. In India, the richest individuals often control politics. Middle-class people are usually too busy handling the basic needs of their families to engage deeply in political matters. Meanwhile, the poor have faith that someday someone will come along to improve their lives and solve their problems. They tend to believe the speeches of politicians and the information they see on social media or news channels, primarily because they lack the time or resources to verify the truth. They are often manipulated so effectively that they believe everything they hear. Historically, India was ruled by kings. Some kings were good for the people, while others were not. Back then, people had no right to choose their rulers, as kingship was a legacy that no one could interfere with. Then the British arrived. The Indian people, being kind and mostly uneducated at the time, were gradually subdued by the British through the divide and rule strategy, which proved to be an easy way to capture the country. During this period, some freedom fighters worked hard and sacrificed their lives to free India from British rule. After independence, a new India emerged with political parties. This marked the beginning of political governance in India. By this time, people were becoming more aware of the importance of education and believed that positive change was imminent. They started to trust in political speeches. However, this was also when politicians began to rule the country. Some politicians did good work, while others did not. One thing is certain, many politicians ensured their own and their families' well-being for generations to come. More than a century after independence, the standard of living in India remains uneven. Politicians often support those who can support them, such as businessmen and industrialists, who fund their political parties. As a result, the rich become richer and the poor become poorer. Despite this, the poor continue to be swayed by the sweet words and false promises of politicians. This is the unfortunate reality of India. Surveys indicate that the majority of the population is either middle class or poor, while the richest individuals rule the country. This irregular financial system leads to widespread suffering and many deaths, which is very sad. People need to understand that we lack good leaders who can elevate India and create a more equal financial situation. Additionally, many politicians come from political families, inherit their positions, have criminal records, possess significant wealth, or have strong public support. In India, there are no educational requirements to become a politician. In my opinion, there should be eligibility criteria, such as education, a clean background, and knowledge about the country, similar to the selection process for IAS/IPS officers. If we implement such criteria, I hope we will find better leaders in the future, making our country a better place for everyone. Thanks, Mr. X. Take care.